Hi, this is Jack Bourne, founder of AWeber Tools, the software that gives marketing automation to AWeber. So in today's video, I'm going to show you very quickly and easily two different ways that you can pass parameters onto your landing page if you're using Google Analytics. So you probably know by now that Google Analytics is great for tracking where your visitors are going, what campaigns are working, and etc. Now, the way that the Google Analytics code works is that you have the option to be able to add parameters, values to the end of a URL. So you could use this in a paid search campaign. You could use this in a link that you send out by email. And this will tell you is if, say, you were split testing two different email campaigns or two different ads that you're buying traffic to. In either situation, you would be able to tell through Google Analytics which one is converting best and even which one is generating the most revenue. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to have Google Analytics set up and installed on your website. Then you go to a page where you can create the URL. And so Google has a very easy way for you to add in this information. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and added in some demo information. So let me just highlight this right here. So first we've got the website URL. So in other words, where are you sending someone? So in this method, the first method I'm going to show you, you're going to just take the landing page URL. So normally what you would put into the Smartlink as a landing page, that's what you're going to put here. Next, we're going to go to the campaign source. Now, these values that follow from here, campaign source, campaign medium, you have a lot of flexibility in how you set this up. So read an article and some information on how you do it, but they give you some examples. So for example, where's this traffic coming from? So let's pretend this is coming from Google. And I'm using an example where let's say that I'm advertising or I'm doing a campaign for another software product I have called Deadline Funnel. So let's say that I'm driving traffic from Google and I'm using AdWords, and let's say that I'm bidding on the campaign turn lead pages because Deadline Funnel is a countdown clock that works with pretty much anything but including lead pages, and a lot of other countdown clocks don't. So I'm going to use lead pages, campaign content, let's call it ad number 1. Again, I'm just making up this example, and let's say that the campaign name is going to be Deadline Funnel lead pages. So I'll go ahead and clear this out and hit submit, and that will generate a link down here. Okay, so there's a link, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and choose copy. So once I've copied that, what I can then do is go over to AWeber Tools, and I'm going to click to create a new Smartlink. And in this method, I'm just going to give it a name that I can remember. So let's call it Deadline Funnel Google Analytics Demo. And here's where I'm going to paste in that entire URL, the full URL with the parameters. And then I click Create Link. So in other words, what's going to happen is the landing page is going to be that URL, the deadlinefunnel.com URL, plus all of the parameters that you saw me create using the Google Analytics keyword builder. So now let's say that I'm going to be mailing, let's just choose this one, and I'll go to the next step. What do I want to do? Add a tag, copy to a list, move to a new list. I'll choose move to a new list. Let's do this one. I'll choose next, click no on that step, and there we go. So I've got my link. So let me just show you that this works. So I'm going to copy this link, and let me just show you the way that I will test this. You really want to make sure that you use an email address. So what you're going to do is you're going to replace this everything in the curly braces, leave the equals, and use an email address that's on the list that you indicated that you're targeting. So I'm just going to make something up for this example. So foo@jackbourne.com. All right, so let me just highlight this. I'll copy it to my clipboard, open up a new tab, and enter it in up top. And as soon as I hit go, you'll see that it takes me to deadlinefunnel.com, but all of the parameters are on the end. Let me just highlight this here. So all of these parameters are on the end right up here. Okay, let me clear this out. Okay, and that's the first method of how to do this. So in another video, I'm going to show you a second method to be able to pass the parameters. And it's not that one's better than the other. One gives you a little bit more flexibility, but the one that I just showed you is very straightforward and easy to use when you want to create a link that has all of the Google Analytics parameters, and you want to pass that through a Smartlink. So now you're getting the benefit of the marketing automation through AWeber Pro Tools in combination with AWeber, but also you're using Google Analytics so that you can track your campaigns that way.